Only reason I'm showing you this, because I love y'all like this and I trust y'all like this. Fire. Fire. We're probably playing in these this weekend. Fire. I don't know if you can handle this, but because I love y'all.
Nike did not wait for a playoff run. They did not wait for an MVP season. They dropped a bomb one day before Shedeur Sanders turned 24, and the numbers are already insane. Limited edition signature shoes, packed stores, online sellouts, and projections pushing close to $15 million in just days for a rookie. Let that breathe. This is not normal. This is not typical hype. This is a brand explosion happening in real time. Nike just proved something massive about Shedeur Sanders. His market power might already be bigger than his football resume, and that should have the entire sports world paying attention.
About what I just said about the shoe opportunity that could present itself for Nike, who's a Nike school. And the reason I say Nike is because it's a Nike school. They don't want another brand with the kid wearing them on field, but they get him head to toe. Okay, not just off the field. They can get him head to toe with a signature shoe.
Timing is everything in sports marketing. Nike understands that better than anyone. Dropping Shedeur Sanders' special edition shoes just 24 hours before his 24th birthday was not random. It was calculated. It was strategic. It was built to create emotion and urgency at the same time. This was not presented as just another sneaker release. It was framed as a celebration, a milestone moment, a tribute to his rookie journey and the hype surrounding his rise. That emotional layer matters. Fans are not just buying a shoe, they are buying into a story.
Only reason I'm showing you this, because I love y'all like this and I trust y'all like this. Fire. Fire. We're probably playing in these this weekend. Fire. I don't know if you can handle this, but because I love y'all.
The design amplified that story. Cleveland's signature colors layered over a clean white base gave the shoe versatility. It works on the field, it works off the field. It feels like both athlete and lifestyle. Then Nike added the bold detail, the money sign embedded in the sole. That is branding. That is symbolism. That is Shedeur. This was not subtle. It was confident, loud, intentional, and the market responded instantly.
Last time we came to campus, we showed the whole prize closet.
That's a long time.
Yes, sir. I think it was just on paper at that point.
Yeah, them bad.
And so we, I know you know the drill, but trying to make sure it's like young expressions, exotic textures. Yes, sir. And then you gotta check the bottom. Yeah, check the bottom.
That's Shedeur, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
That's
okay.
awesome. Shedeur.
Yes, sir.
So you didn't tell me that.
That's awesome.
Within hours, inventory started disappearing. Online stock thinned out fast. Physical stores saw lines forming early. This was not a slow rollout building over weeks. This was immediate impact. Nike did not simply release a product. They created a moment, and moments move culture. Culture moves product. If you want proof that this was bigger than footwear, look at the launch event itself.
Right, talking about the future.
Yeah.
You see these, the patent. We know what those mean. So we'll run through these.
San Francisco's Nike store turned into a scene. Wall-to-wall crowds, lines stretching outside, fans trying to secure pairs before shelves emptied. The energy felt electric. This was not casual browsing. People were buying multiple pairs. The urgency was real. Nike understood that visuals drive hype. They brought in Shedeur Sanders Jr. to amplify the family narrative. That move deepened the connection. This was not just Shedeur the quarterback. This was the Sanders legacy on display. Pride, family, continuity. That emotional hook resonated. Nike also showcased Shedeur's first professional cleats, the early stage pieces that symbolized where the journey started. That move was powerful. It connected college days to NFL spotlight. It made fans feel like they were part of something evolving. This is how you build a movement instead of a product drop, and the demand validated the strategy. Reports quickly circulated that Nike had to reassess inventory. Production ramped up. Nationwide stores experienced rapid sellouts. When a rookie shoe sells at this pace, it signals something bigger than football. It signals cultural pull.
Yeah, we finna shallow. Yeah. Which one my daddy cleat should I wear? 93s, 96s. I don't know. Decision.
Shedeur is not simply an athlete wearing a logo. He is becoming a brand that moves units. Nike saw that early, and right now, the sales numbers are proving they were absolutely right. Here's where the story turns from hype to historic. Nike didn't wait to see Shedeur take a regular season snap. They didn't wait for a breakout NFL moment. They moved early. Before he ever stepped onto an NFL field, Nike signed Shedeur on a massive $125 million endorsement deal. For a player who hadn't played a single professional down, that kind of investment is rare territory. And then it got even bigger. The moment Shedeur appeared in his first preseason game, Nike triggered the active player clause in his contract. Just like that, the deal reportedly doubled to $250 million over the next 4 years, $250 million tied to a rookie who was still proving himself at the professional level. That isn't a safe bet. That's a bold one. But Nike wasn't betting on stats alone. They were betting on brand equity. They were betting on visibility. They were betting on the Sanders name and Shedeur's ability to connect with younger audiences. And it doesn't stop there. On top of that contract, Shedeur reportedly earns 50% of his jersey sales revenue. That type of clause is almost unheard of for a rookie. It signals leverage. It signals confidence from the brand side. Nike didn't simply sign a quarterback. They invested in a movement. And judging by these shoe sales, that gamble is already paying dividends. Here's where the story turns even more fascinating. Shedeur Sanders wasn't drafted in the first round. Analysts projected him higher. Some expected him to be one of the earliest names called. That didn't happen. But while draft boards debated, Nike executed. Now he's out-earning prospects who went earlier, players with higher draft positions, bigger immediate football hype. Yet from an endorsement standpoint, Shedeur is sitting on top. That tells you everything about the modern sports economy. Draft status used to define earning power. Today, marketability can outweigh slot position. Shedeur brings something that can't be measured by scouting reports alone: cultural visibility, personality, and already established fan base.
The Sanders brand carries weight. The name commands attention. Add in social media presence, generational appeal, and bold personal branding, and you get an athlete who transcends position rankings. Nike recognized that reality before the league fully adjusted to it. This is not about being the highest drafted rookie. It's about being the most marketable one. And that distinction is powerful, because in today's sports landscape, influence equals revenue. Revenue equals leverage. Leverage equals long-term control. Shedeur may not have entered the league with the highest draft slot, but financially and culturally, he walked in at the top. Now let's talk about the number that changed everything. Nike is projecting close to $15 million in sales within just the first few days of this launch. For context, that's massive for a rookie signature shoe. That kind of immediate return usually belongs to established superstars with championships and years of resume behind them. Shedeur hasn't even completed a full NFL season, and yet stores across the country are reporting sellouts, online inventory disappearing in hours, production reportedly ramped up to meet overwhelming demand. This is not regional hype, it's nationwide movement. And it isn't limited to footwear. Shedeur's jersey has reportedly become one of the best-selling items in Nike stores. Apparel, accessories, anything carrying his name or number is moving. That's multi-channel dominance. Nike didn't just create a shoe, they built an ecosystem around his identity. Every product drop reinforces the brand. Every sellout reinforces demand. Demand fuels perception. Perception fuels more sales. This is how momentum snowballs.
Sick. What are your thoughts about this, Dad?
I can have it.
I love it. It's different for me. It's more suitable for Bucky. Like Bucky will wear this color. So not everything is targeted for me, but I love every bit of it. But I know my sons, and I know what they want.
If that $15 million figure holds, it won't just be a successful product launch, it will be a statement, a declaration that Shedeur Sanders is already one of the most commercially powerful young athletes in the league. And this may only be the beginning. At some point, this stops being about sneakers. What we're witnessing right now is the beginning of a brand era. Shedeur Sanders is no longer just a quarterback trying to establish himself in the league. He is becoming a commercial force that operates beyond wins and losses. That matters. Nike didn't just tap into an athlete, they tapped into culture. Shedeur represents a younger generation of fans who value confidence, visibility, and authenticity. He blends football, fashion, and personality in a way that feels natural to this era. That combination is powerful. Look at how this launch unfolded. Emotional timing, strong visual design, family involvement, nostalgia play with his first cleats. It wasn't random, it was layered storytelling. And storytelling drives loyalty. Nike understands that modern athletes are not only performers, they are platforms, they are media hubs, they are brand ecosystems. Shedeur checks every box: social presence, recognizable last name, strong fan engagement, bold identity. That is global potential. And this partnership works both ways. Nike gains access to a younger, more diverse audience. Shedeur gains the marketing muscle of the most powerful sports brand in the world. When those forces combine, scale becomes unlimited. This isn't a one-off spike. This looks like a long-term play. The Shedeur Sanders era is not waiting for championships to validate it. It is building commercial dominance in real time. And if performance on the field matches the momentum off it, the ceiling becomes enormous. We are watching something take shape early, and it feels intentional. Now comes the real question. Is Nike simply capitalizing on existing hype, or are they actively manufacturing the next global sports icon? Because when you sign a rookie to a $125 million deal before he plays, then escalate it to $250 million, then engineer a $15 million shoe launch before his 24th birthday, that isn't passive marketing, that is strategic amplification. Nike has done this before. They don't randomly select athletes to build around. They identify marketable personalities early and invest aggressively. They shape narratives, they create visibility, they accelerate cultural relevance. Shedeur fits that blueprint. But here's the tension. Commercial dominance creates pressure. When your brand explodes this quickly, expectations skyrocket just as fast. Fans will celebrate the sellouts. Critics will question whether the on-field resume matches the off-field revenue. That debate is inevitable. Yet, here's what makes this moment different. Shedeur isn't chasing endorsement momentum. He already has it. He isn't waiting to prove his market value. It's documented. The league now sees him as more than a depth chart name. He is a revenue driver, and revenue changes leverage. If Nike truly hits that $15 million mark in days, this becomes one of the strongest rookie launches in recent memory. It sends a signal to other brands. It shifts endorsement standards for incoming players. It redefines what early career earning potential looks like. So the bigger question is this: are we watching the rise of the next generational sports mogul, or is this momentum racing ahead of football results? Either way, one thing is clear: Nike made their bet, and right now it looks like they're winning.